What's up, everybody? Hey, welcome to a new segment I'm calling First Smoke Friday. Today, we are trying a budget-friendly stick called Shady Moose from Foundry Cigars. The price on this is around $5. So, some key notes on this is this is a Ecuadorian Shade, Connecticut Shade. It is a Mexican binder with filler of Nicaraguan, Dominican, Colombian, and U.S. It is from Honduras, and it is a mild to medium-bodied cigar. So, as you can see, construction is pretty good. We noticing the stems. We got some good, nice stem stuff here. Cap looks solid. Don't smell too bad. We're gonna go ahead and put a. I prefer a V cut, but whatever cut you like. I'm a V cut person myself. Clear out the cutter. Now, some notes that they say are in here, and we'll see if we pick them up. Usually I smoke a cigar. When I smoke it if I like the flavor. If it's not too strong, if the flavor is enjoyable, or I will even go with average for a budget cigar. If it's average, it's a budget cigar, you know. But if it's enjoyable, then to me, it's a good cigar. If I happen to pick up the notes of cream or cedar or pepper, which is supposed to be in this one, then, you know, bonus for it. Good cold draw. Seems to draw well. Let's go ahead and toast it. We'll toast it and we'll get into it. Not too bad. I did a horrible job on lighting that though, folks. I apologize. That was the worst light ever. Not bad. Not bad. It's not a harsh flavor so far. I'd say middle of the road, but again, budget cigar, you know. It don't smell like a barnyard, that's for sure. The first one I smoked, the Chilling Moose, it tasted like a hay bale and smelled like a barnyard. It was It took two to finally get it nailed down. First one fell apart just horribly fell apart. It's a nice day here in coastal Georgia. We are currently setting at 81 degrees. Wish it was a little cooler, especially considering it is November with Thanksgiving right around the corner for us in the States. If you're watching this from the States and I don't see you before, happy Thanksgiving. This is what's left of some Jameson Orange. Let's see how they pair. So this Jameson Orange pairs very well with this. The orange definitely complements this cigar, giving it a little bit more flavor. Definitely would say Irish whiskey goes pretty good with this. Definitely would recommend an Irish whiskey pairing with this. Preferably a bourbon. If you're into bourbon, I would go any bourbon below 90 proof, as this is kind of a medium to mild. You don't want to overkill it. It's a good thing about this Jameson Orange is 60 proof, so it's a nice sipping whiskey that doesn't overpower this medium bodied cigar. I am kind of getting a woody taste. So I am picking up a little bit of wood. I mean, I guess I am picking up the creamy on it too as well, because it is kind of creamy, where the smoke's not harsh, but I don't call that creamy. I just call that not harsh. But it does have kind of I don't want to say wood or earthy kind of thing. Um, Construction so far is not too bad in our first. We're still in the first half, so the construction is not too bad. Their bands kill me, man. That band is just, that to me is an excessively large band. Um, Sometimes the band is loose. I can feel this. This construction is not too bad. It feels a little loose, but not where it's going to be too big of a deal, I don't think, which is fine. I don't want a super tight roll, and I don't want a super loose roll. Super tight, hard to draw. Super loose, you can't draw. Not bad. Not bad. I'll be back with the second third of this, and we'll pick up from there. All right, folks, we're getting into the second half, Ash is holding strong. We've got a bit of a burn line issue right there, but I don't fault it with budget sticks. That's something that happens. So all we got to do is just a quick little touch up. Get everything caught up. I'm gonna say that ash stack is nice. I mean, look at that. That is not a bad stack for ash. Still getting that toasted wood. That is one thing I actually am picking up. Like I said, I don't pick up notes very often, but I'm picking up a wood, kind of a toasted wood, like a dry wood kind of thing. Um, so far, this one isn't bad. And that ash stack, though, like I said, try to get it where it don't zoom too much for you guys. If the wind don't blow it off. It's a little windy out here. It's crazy. We were actually going to go from 81 today to 61 tomorrow. The temperature in coastal Georgia is crazy during this time of year. We're going to have several days of 60s to 50-degree weather, right back up to 80 next weekend. The reason I tell people we don't have seasons around here, we have summer and diet summer, because that's how it gets around here, you know. That's how it gets. But hey, we live on the coast, fishing year round, golf year round most of the time. One thing I will say about coastal Georgia, if you're an outdoor type of person, great place to live. Great place to live for outdoor activities. We are hour and a half north, well, hour and a half south of Savannah, 45 minutes to an hour north of Jacksonville, St. Augustine area. So plenty to do in this area on day trips. The weather, like I said, we stay in the wintertime probably within the 50s. Sometimes we get down into the 30s, and we've hit low 20s before, but not a lot. Not a lot. I'm admiring this ash stack. I really am. This one has probably stacked up the best out of all three of them that I've tried from this series. I have not had the bull moose yet, which is the final one. Which, if I can find a single stick of, I would. I bought this in a pack. Um, a sampler from King's Smoke Shop here in St. Mary's, Georgia. Nice people, really good people. They've got a good selection of both budget and premiums. They were the only place in town that had the My Father Blue, which I was after for so long. I do like My Father cigars, and I've heard good things about the blue. I wanted to try it. That is actually a review here on the channel as well. Last of my Jameson Orange that I had. Recommend that too. There's a review on this on the channel as well. Check it out. If you've had any of the mooses, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you thought of them. I like to try things, you know, cigars that I haven't had. I've got my normal go-to cigars. Like I'm very big on the Rocky Patel Mulligan series. I have not gone through all of those yet, but the ones I've smoked of those, I've not found a bad one yet. And they are pretty decent budget cigars as well. The only place that I've found them is Holt's Cigar Shop, or Holt's Cigar Company, online out of Philadelphia. One day I will be making a trip to Philly to go check in on those guys in person. I think that would be an amazing, amazing trip to go do. We're getting ever closer to that giant band. Hopefully it'll ease up enough to where I can pull it. Yeah, that dry toasted wood is kind of hanging through the whole thing. Let's see if this band is. No, she hasn't loosened up yet, which tells me that also something else that I've noticed is it has not burned hot yet. It has stayed a pretty consistent burn. Overall, flavor-wise, it's an enjoyable average flavor to me, I think. And there we go. We just lost our stack. Good burn though, as you can see. No, it burnt pretty even, fell off even. No canoeing, no cone. That is a good solid burn. So we're good with that. And I will be back once I hit the final third with my final thoughts. We'll catch you then. All right, folks, as we get close to the final third here, final thoughts. Flavor, enjoyably average. Nothing that's going to knock your socks off, but nothing that's going to turn you away from it either. Construction was solid. It was a very solid construction, held together nicely. Burn lines were pretty good. I had a few areas where I had to touch up, do some touch-up burns, but again, very common with budget cigars. Like I said, 5-spot. I bought 5 of them and a $25 sampler, so it's a 5-spot. In my opinion, it was worth the price. This is a value cigar, and hey, if you're looking for a $5 stick that you could you know, enjoy daily, hand out to friends, definitely Shady Moose is a recommendation. And if you have anything that you'd like to see me smoke here on First Smoke Friday, drop it down in the comments below. And with that, we're out of here. I'm Brian. We'll catch you next puff. As always, be good to each other.